So today's August 27th, and this is Mat Pilates. All right, we'll start with the ball behind our upper back. Hang your head, hang onto your head, and head and shoulders back. That needs to turn that off. Got enough competition for noise, right? Nice big inhale here, exhale up. Bend with the ball. Bend. So let your abdominals expand on your inhale here. And then exhale, really think about drawing those abs in, the abdominal wall back as you curl up. And not a lot of curling of your pelvis, right? So don't push into your feet. Over the back, inhale. Exhale, curl up. Feel the ribcage expand. And then slowly drop towards the floor. You can do this with me. One more time. And curl up. Good. Kind of roll side to side. Feel how you get your obliques moving when you do that. Yeah. And then let's stay center and let the head and shoulders go over the back and allow the legs to just drift ever so slightly towards the computer. And then when you come up, the legs will drift back to center. And then legs away from the computer over the back of the ball. And exhale, come up. One more each side. Last time. Good. Grab your thighs, lift up, take the ball away, take your band, and come down. Oh. So feel that nice expansiveness across your upper back. Put your foot in the band, the leg that's closest to the computer. Draw the elbows down to the floor. You can make this however tight you want. You're going to lower down and come back up. Opposite leg is bent. The pelvis is going to stay neutral, so you're not going to rock your hips. Okay, so pelvis stays neutral. Three more. Hold the leg up there. This leg is going to stay bent, and we're going to do smalls. If it gets too noisy for you, somebody like throw something in the chat because I think they're grinding up what's left of the trees. Reverse. Come up here, walk this leg out a little bit without this hip lifting off the floor. Bring that leg over and across. So it's not a roll, right? Pelvis stays flat, leg moves. And then you can go ahead and open as wide as you like. And then come back up without the hip leaving the floor. The leg crosses over. And then you're out to the side. All this is done with support from the band. Cross over and open side. Good. Take your other foot inside. This leg is bent. You're going to go down and up. Wonderful breeze today. 3 more. Good. Keep the leg up as you draw small circles. Elbows stay on the floor. Try not to let your hips wobble or wiggle side to side. And reverse. Good. Leg comes straight up. And then you're going to let it drift across without the hip lifting. And then open to the side. Go as wide as you like. Come back up and cross over. Open side. And last time. Good, and center. Good. Let's stretch that front leg out. Let's lift the arms up. Hold on to the ends as you pull the straps back. If your leg happens to come with your arms, so be it. And then let the arms lift, pick up the head and shoulders, and let the leg drop as you roll up. Are you going to fall asleep on the floor?
No, but I'm stretching.
Okay. Back down, lift up. Inhale, exhale. Good. Back down, lift up. Your leg does not have to be straight here, right? You're still going to feel this stretch here if your knee's slightly bent. Come on down, come on up. Good. Stick your other foot inside. Uh-oh, somebody's in the waiting room. And then from there, we lost Chris for a minute. Did we lose you, Chris? Chris, if mute yourself, okay, when you're finished there. So where are we? We're here, right? I think everybody's going back to school and getting on Zoom, and Zoom is like, wah! They can't keep up. Okay, pull. But that's okay. That's all going to be over soon because everybody's going to have to go home soon. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Extend the arms, hinge back, sit back up. So it's a flat back. And so if you want a little extra help with that, right, make your strap a little shorter. So you're going to hinge back. Anybody else hate cicadas? Hinge back. Bats, snakes, no problem. Cicadas, ugh. One more time. Back, hinge back. Good. Go to the end of your strap. The ends and pull in. Sit up super tall. You can bend your knees if you need to. And extend. Pull back and extend. So the knuckles come together, the elbows are to the sides, right? They're not up here, they're not down here. Pull. 3 more. 3, 2, 1. Pull, hold. This time you're curling back. Curl back. Come back up. Extend the arms. Inhale, exhale, pull. Hold the strap at your chest as you curl back. Back up. Exhale, pull. Inhale, roll back. Exhale, come back up. One more time. Pull, roll back. Come back up and extend. Good. Take the strap away. Take your ball. So we're going to do some very small, minute pelvic movements on top of the ball. Okay? The ball is not stable. So basically your pelvis, because you might have had trouble seeing it. So your pelvis is going to sit on top of the ball like this, flat, and we're going to tip it back and forth like so. Of course, your legs are attached, right? So depending on what we do with our legs will change the way that feels. And then we're going to move our legs without the pelvis moving at all, okay? So, come on down, lift your hips, slide the ball underneath so that your pelvis feels flat from side to side. Lost my light, didn't we? Pick up a leg, put it down. Notice how you can keep your hip bones, your hip points in the same place. So your plane should be flat from hip bone to hip bone. As you lift your leg up, make sure that your pelvis doesn't curl over the side, right? So lift, lower, lift. So you're going to have to actively draw in here to keep your hip bones from moving. One more. Reverse, lift. Not so hard when it's just a single leg. Not that hard. One more. Good. So now with the feet down, allow your pelvis to tuck and curl. So the back of the hips go into the side of the ball, and then you roll your pelvis back up into neutral, right? Tuck and curl. Again, it's very subtle. And then roll back up to neutral. You can do this on the floor if you don't like being up on the ball. Exhale, draw in your core. So right there next to the hip bones. That's going to deepen, and that will roll your pelvis into that tucked position. Try not to squeeze your butt to do it. It has nothing to do with your butt. And then extend. So really lift your back up. Your rib cage will pop up. And then articulate through the ribs, through the belly, curl the pelvis. Good. Other way. Lift the chest, pelvis rolls forward, tuck and curl. Good. Then find that neutral position, so flat from side to side. This is when it gets tricky when you pick up your legs. So you can keep your legs in tabletop. If your thighs get tired, you can bend your knees. Tabletop's going to be a little bit more challenging. So now we'll move the pelvis with the legs in tabletop. The legs will move slightly with you. Roll forward. Exhale, pull in. Don't let the legs drop too far. It'll drag on your hips too much. Inhale forward. Exhale. Inhale away. Exhale. One more time. Good. We'll pull the legs to the chest. Give the lower legs a little bit of a break, the thighs a little bit of a break. Tabletop legs. Now, as your pelvis moves, your legs aren't going to move anymore. So you're going to tuck your pelvis. Your legs stay completely still, and then you're going to roll your pelvis forward. Exhale, move the hip bones, don't move the leg bones. Very different exercise. Inhale. Exhale, deep in the abs. And unleash. Exhale, curl. Open up. One more time. And open it. Good. Touch the floor, touch the floor. Lift, lift, touch, touch. Two more. Good. Hold the legs up, curl the pelvis towards you. Keep the pelvis curled towards you as your legs go down. So the legs will not drag the hips out of position. Touch, touch. The knees will draw really close to the armpits. You feel that nice and deep down here. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Legs to chest. Good. Feet on the floor, hips up. Woo! Check that out. How that feels. So you should feel, what I feel anyway is my tailbone is super prominent. And it's almost like my butt cheeks aren't even touching the floor. All right, ball between your knees. Ball squeeze for 10. 10. And I want this to affect this, right? Exhale, squeeze. Blow the air out. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Hold your head. Exhale, squeeze the ball, curl. Release the ball, squeeze the ball, curl. Just 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good, ball goes away. Strap goes over front leg. Leg goes to computer. Hang on to the strap. Pull it down to a tension that you're comfortable with. We're going to do some rolling. You can leave the rolling part out if you want. I'll do it without the rolling first. So we did this a little bit earlier, where the leg drops, and you roll up, and then you roll back, and the leg lifts. So what's going to happen is we're going to start to pull the leg. We'll use momentum. The other leg will lift up, and you'll end up rolling. Okay? So if you want to watch the first one, and then decide if you want to do it or not, you can. Breathe in, exhale, roll back. So I lift my arms up so that they're in line with my leg, right? And that will help me pull my leg over. There's quite a bit of momentum on this exercise. It makes it feel good. It's not so much work as it is momentum. So exhale back. Inhale, exhale back. Now, if you're super flexible, you want to make sure that you're not jamming up into your neck, right? So you have to control how much momentum you're using. One more time. Good. I'm going to do a few of them without the strap. Okay? So now I'm completely responsible for the exercise. One more time. Good. Good. Take the strap away, pick up your right leg, roll down, grab your right ankle with your right hand, left hand holds the knee. Pick up the opposite leg and switch. 2, 3, we're doing 10, 4, 7, 8, knees to chest. Grab the thighs, roll up to seated. Find your strap. With assistance. Leg stretches out, roll back, lift. See if you can hang out back there just for a second, right? Get all those abdominal muscles, those torso muscles holding you in space back there. No shoulders. I'm gonna do one more and then I'm gonna do 3 without the strap. You can back out at this point if you want. A few more. One more time. Woo! Single straight leg stretch is the next exercise. Roll down to your back. Bend your back leg, pick up your front leg, grab on anywhere along your leg. Depends on how much extension you can get, right? If you're pretty comfortable straightening your leg, you'll be able to come all the way up here. If you're tight here, you might want to stay down here with the leg knee bent. Pick up the head and shoulders, stretch the opposite leg out, reach up here. Oh, a hummingbird, guys. Cool. Good luck, yes? Switch. 1, 2, reach for the ankle. 3, if your legs are straight. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Last one. Yes. And down. Well, that was cool. I just happened to put my head up right at that moment. All right, arms out to the side, feet together. Let's go side to side here. Take your time. Don't fall right over into this. Move with intention. Use your waist. We're going to get into the waist a little bit here. So the inhale is going to extend the belly. The organs are going to open up. The lungs and the heart. And then you're going to do a very active exhale, which is you're going to kind of focus on your waist because that's where you can really feel it. Feel how your waist gets smaller as you come to center. Breathe in. So let everything go here, right? And then actively exhale before you move. So I have no breath left right here, which forces me to open up and breathe in. Make sure you're including the rib cage in the front and in the back. Exhale. Breathe in. You can turn your head the opposite direction if you like. Active exhale. Breathe in. Active exhale. Stay centered. Hands behind your head, ball between your ankles. Legs up, they don't need to be straight. They can be slightly bent. Hold the ball with the inner thighs, close the elbows a little bit, and curl up. Bend your knees, touch the floor, exhale, lift. Inhale, touch, exhale, lift. Same breathing rules apply. I'm out of breath. I must breathe in. I breathe out. I breathe in. I breathe out. That breath makes those abdominals work. Take a short break. Good. So we're going to add on, we're going to use a longer lever. We're also going to add a little bit of a twist to the exercise. First, we'll do it straight on. This is double straight leg stretch. This is one of my favorites in this abdominal series. I find it to be one of the most challenging of the bunch. You can have your feet neutral or flexed, whatever you want. Close the elbows, curl up. Here we go, down. Exhale. Breathe in. Now you know your body better than I do, so if you want to challenge yourself, bring your legs lower. One more time. Woo! Head down, knees bend, feet flat. A little steamy in here. Okay, so let's drop the front elbow, or the one closest to the computer, which is my right. And I'm going to pick up my back elbow, and I'm going to cross over and down. Legs are on the floor. The exhale is on the lift. Switch sides. One more. Good. Head down, legs up. These are going to be short and quick crossovers. So you pick where you want your legs to be. You can be here, you can be here, you can be here. Curl up. Here we go. Cross. 1, 4, 5. Reverse. Breathe out. Center. Bend. Rest the head. Good. Take the ball. Place it between your knees. Place the hands on the floor. Lift the hips. We're going to go up and down 10 times. Feel your feet. Make sure you can feel all the edges of your feet except where your arch is, right? Unless your feet are relatively flat, right? But you should feel that nice little, like it's like a peninsula, right? The bottom of your foot, and then the arch has the island. So you're going to press into the surrounding area and lift up. Don't worry too much about squeezing the ball right now, just hold it. Activating the backs of the legs, the butt thigh, allowing the leg bone to move around your hip. Now hold up and squeeze for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Make sure your abs are on here. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold and hips down. Yeah. Take the ball away. Hands behind the head. So we're going to be rolling to our side. You can leave that part out if you want. So let's try that to start, and then we'll add it in. So I'm going to roll over to my side that faces the computer. My leg is lifted, my bottom leg is on the floor. You can choose to have your bottom arm on the floor. You can lift that up. And then you'll come back to the center with your legs in tabletop, and then you'll roll over to the other side. Make sure you extend that leg. And then come back to center and roll. So if you want to stay lifted here, right, you can roll back. So you never need to put your head down. and roll. Now come back. Head lowers. So crisscross involves crossing the elbows over towards the outside of the thigh. Remember, the crisscross comes from the rib cage. It does not come from your ear or the front of your shoulder. So you're going to lift up, extend the opposite leg, switch, and then when you come back over here, you're going to roll to your side. Okay? You can even keep this knee off the floor if you want, right? Then you're going to crisscross again for 1, 2, and then go to the other side. And let's come back. You can leave the side, roll out, and roll. Breathe in, exhale, twist, twist, roll, and hold. Exhale, twist, twist. So we have to stop that twisting momentum. Twist, twist, roll. Last set. Breathe. Woo. And center. Yeah, I'm sweating. Sweating, I'm sweating. Ball back between the knees. Okay. Make a note of where your knees are. Hug the ball slightly. Lift up your hips just a tiny bit. Feel the bottom of your feet on the floor. Tilt your pelvis. So my front hip bone is going to drop towards the floor and my back hip bone is going to go towards the ceiling. But my knees did not move. Okay? Turn this way. Legs, hips up. I'm going to drop my front hip bone without my legs changing direction. From here, I'm going to take this right butt cheek and drop down and come back up. Push. Now you almost get more work on the opposite side. So you need to push into that opposite side. 3 more. 3, 2, 1. Come center. Even them out. Drop the opposite side. Lift the opposite side. Down and up. Knees stay right in the middle. Fabulous hip strengthening exercise. 5 more. 2, 1. Center it out and drop down. Good. Take the ball away. Turn on your side and come up to seated. Let's cross the legs. You always have the option to sit up on top of something if your hips are tight, right? If your hips are tight, they're going to do this, right? They're not going to be able to fall down. So go ahead and allow them to drop down. Sit on something if you need to, okay? So we're just going to serve the ball. So you're going to hold the ball in front of you. You're not going to grip it at all, okay? So it's going to roll around in your hand. You're going to open side and bring it across. Open side. The ball weighs nothing. So you don't have to work super hard to hold it up, right? My torso is not twisting. Only my arm is moving. Good. So let's go side. I'm going to try really hard not to grip it. I'm going to rotate my arm and go up and then down without squeezing the ball. Rotate and go forward. Pull in, rotate, push up. In. My hand is so sticky from being hot that maybe that's the reason it's staying in my hand. Turn, up. So we're really focusing on this spiraling in the elbow, shoulder joint, and the wrist, right? One more. Good, now can you go under? Oh, I gripped it. I held on to it. Keep those fingers open. So I'm not really concerned with you staying super still in your body. So do what you need to do to keep it together, right? Oh, I gripped it again. Under and forward. Good. Don't let me forget that part. Okay. Fall onto the side ribs. Find your strap. Lay down. Breathe. So obviously the ball is restricting the ribs and the lungs on the bottom side. So you're going to send everything up to the top side. Breathe in. Two more. Relax those intercostals. My friend, you know who you are. One more time. Good. Using the support of the ball, come up onto your elbow. Maybe move it down a little bit so that you have that support and that your shoulder isn't shrugging like so, right? So you still have this power through your shoulder joint, but you have a little bit of support here in your side body. Okay? Take your strap. You may have to adjust your upper body again, but that's the point is to stay focused in that shoulder. So we'll go out here. I'm going to adjust my upper body again. I'm going to pull on this strap. So my elbow is going to go on my waist. And I'm going to come all the way up here. So my leg actually rotates backwards a little bit. And then as it comes down, I go back into this parallel foot position. So lift, rotate, down. Trying to collapse in the arm that's on the floor. Lift. Two more, up. One more time, up and down. Good, readjust the arm and swing. My elbow is still at my hip. 5, 6, 2 more, 7, 8. Good, let the leg rest, okay? Put your hand here, right in front. Push up, come down. So I want you to use both hands, okay? Front hand and this back one. So you're gonna press and lower. Legs are stacked. Press and lower. Press and lower. One more time. Press and lower. Yes? Yes. Okay? Come up to seated, legs crossed. Sit on your pillow or whatever if you need to. What do we do first? Oh, serving. Okay. Hold the ball in your hand, open side, come across. How are we doing on time? Time flies. One more. Good. So we're gonna come, turn, and lift up. Come in. Really try not to squeeze the ball with your fingers. remember the shoulder blade needs to participate, right? So as the arm goes up, the shoulder blade here towards the back has to go with it. Because otherwise it's going to end up being only trap, only upper trap, okay? And we don't want that. So let the shoulder blade rise as the arm lifts. Now you're going to come under and out. This is an instructor named Anula. I like her a lot. She's very different. So she does a lot of this spiraling manipulation without any weight. One more time. If we weren't in COVID, I would go and study with her. But, okay, ball here. If you want to set up your strap first, you can. Lay down. Breathe. Two more. Open those top ribs one more time. Good, come up on your elbow. Move the ball so it has assist you somewhat, right? Hold your strap. Foot is inside, elbows on the waist. You're not shrugging into the shoulder, you're pushing the floor away. That's going to keep the serratus active on the bottom side. We're going to come up and rotate and come down. So the tighter the strap on this exercise, the more extension or lift you'll be able to get. Twist and lift and come down. Twist and lift. Rotate up. So I just, as my leg lifts, I really want to shrug into the shoulder, right? So just be mindful of that. I had to readjust. And then we come down, keeping the elbow on the waist, swing forward and back. Stay really connected to that shoulder. 3 more. 2, 1. Good. Bring the strap away. Did I miss anything? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Hand in front. Watch this, right? So you want to be careful of this one if you have any kind of delicate shoulders, right? Both hands. Press. Press. Use both hands. Push. Push. Last 2. Push. Come up to seated. Good. Back to your crossed leg position. This is stretch the flesh because we've been doing that the whole time. So we're going to add this one in. Let's go hands on the floor to start. Remember to bring your head with you, okay? So your head doesn't stay over here while your spine goes that way. So you're going to bring your head over and your head with you. Keep your sitting bones on the floor or whatever you're sitting on. So as you go over to the side, this hip does not lift up. The whole point is to open up these side muscles here. All this tissue and stuff, go over here. Inhale, please. Exhale. And then we'll make an exercise out of it. Good, let's go over this direction. And then I want you to bring your arm around and put it on the floor. Take this hand and push into the floor to accommodate the rotation. So I'm going to stick my fingertips over here and push on my back hand. And then I'm going to unwind and I'm going to go to the other side. Bring this hand across, push into that back hand, stick my fingers on the floor and find a little bit of extra rotation. Unwind and come back. Here we go, hands on the forehead. My shoulders are not super open, so I like my hands on my forehead. If you have super open shoulders and you don't pull on your neck, that's the key, right? If you don't pull on your neck, you can put your hands back here. But I'm not open enough here for that. So I keep my hands on my forehead, legs are gonna stay crossed. Here we go, over to the side. So now you do not have the benefit of the floor anymore with your hands. Inhale side, exhale other way. Think about which side you're inhaling to. Keep the hips on the floor. One more. Hold, breathe in, exhale, go. Inhale. Last two. Whee! Yes! Up and center. All right, here's our extension piece. Take your strap. Always have to do extensions. Super important. Bring it back here, like so. I'm going to turn my mat a little bit. Extension, extension, extension. Can't stress that enough. That's when your spine goes off this way, right? Extension. We do way too much of this. All right, ball's going to be your assister. It's going to be right against your sternum. Your strap is here around your waist. You're going to put your chest down on your ball, which is going to give you an immediate assisted extension. I'm going to let my legs stay open. To facilitate my bigger extension, I'm going to use my hands and I'm going to press up. Breathe in to come up. Heel yourself off the floor. Don't use your lower back. Don't squeeze your butt cheeks. Come on down. You'll be surprised at how much more movement you can get when you don't crunch up your butt. Get your shoulder blades out of your ears too. One more time. Good. So we'll use the ball to keep us in extension. If that's not comfortable for you, you can take it away. Okay? Arms to the band. Using the ball to facilitate the extension. Lift up your chest, hold your band. You can make it as tight as you want. Open your shoulders, open your collarbone. Don't look up, look slightly down and pull the band apart. Ten more. 7, 8, 9, 10. That ought to do it, right? Arms in front, chest down. Good, reach the arms into the corner just like the legs are in the corner. Lift up your back leg, lift up your opposing arm and down. Switch, switch. Inhale. One more. Good. Lift up onto your elbows, take the ball away. Come down to the floor. We're gonna swim. So it's very much like we just did, but it's a little faster. Forehead down, arms open in the corners, legs in the corners. Lift the head, lift up the chest, lift up the arms and the legs, and kick. Three, 4. Last set. Relax. Child's pose. Good, come forward. You can do push-ups, guys, from your knees. You don't have to if you don't want to, okay? When I do them from my knees, I like to bend my lower leg so that I'm I'm above my kneecaps, not below them. Okay, 5. Elbows stay in. And back. Good. Come to quadruped. Walk your hands back towards your knees. Curl your toes. We're going to come up into down dog if you're comfortable doing that. Lift your hips. Walk your hands towards your feet. Roll up. Arms up, inhale. Exhale, roll down, scoop your belly. Let your arms dangle. Let your head dangle. And roll back up. And hold. All right.